Hey guys, it's JP, and today I'm bringing you a instructional video, a little tutorial on a Rook and King versus King endgame. This is trickier than you might think. At first glance, if you've never played this endgame before, you think, oh, I'm up a Rook, like obviously he's going to lose. But then you realize, well, without any other pieces on the board, it's kind of a pain in the ass to checkmate. You're definitely winning the entire time. This is always a winnable endgame. It's just a matter of execution. And if you're in time trouble, it's really easy to run out of time, especially if you don't have an increment, even if you're on the winning side. So this is the position that I reached in a game that I was playing, and it's black to move. So the only way you're going to checkmate white here is if you force him to one of the sides of the board. Now, if I was a better player, I would have been able to force him to this side since he's already the closest to that, but I'm not perfect. So I went with I was going to force him towards this side because I already had this sort of setup where my rook is guarding this rank and my king is behind it. And this is the setup that you use to gradually push the king back towards this rank. So first thing, I already played an inaccurate move actually in the game. I realize, oh no, I didn't, because he can't move this way. I suppose he could move down. So the idea is you want to keep. You can get your rook out of the way, and then you play king moves, and then you play like waiting moves. So he did me a favor and moved over one. I have to advance my king at this point because I need to get my rook over, and so now that your rook is on this file, the king could never go back this way. He can only go back this way. But then, so this is the position you want, except you need the rook out of the way of the enemy king where he can't check it. You need to sort of gain this opposition. So I had to. Whoa. That's, I don't even know how that just happened. So I slid my rook way the fuck away. And notice on white's move, he can always just sort of lose the opposition. So I have to get him in a position where I have the opposition again and my rook is out of the way. So now by forcing him to this short side, he's being set up for that, because after he goes here, he can only go back here. So that wasn't it. It's been a while since I did this, and I was in a little bit of time pressure, so that was just a panic check. So this if you ever want to a reinforcement for yourself, this does nothing. This is the go-to. Like, oh well, I have the opposition. See, this doesn't work. You need the rook to check over here or something. So finally, we have an example of what you want. Kings are at opposition. Like white just moved. He could have just moved this way. White just moved, and when you slide over to the next file, because your king is on this opposition, this square is guarded, and this is the key square that needs to be guarded. Obviously, this whole file is guarded by the rook. This is guarded. This is guarded. So he can only move to the next rank. And you're saying, well, what if he moved here? Well, then you move your king here, and then it's protected. So you just got to do it 2 more times, or 3 more times, whatever. And you notice it happens again. And now he's stuck on this rank. And now you say, oh, well, what if he goes here? Well, that's why you move towards your rook. Now your rook is safe. And then he starts advancing over here, and I can slide my rook all the way down the other side. And again, this I didn't do this as accurately as I possibly could, but now I slid my rook away again, and the king doesn't have as many options. So here's the waiting move I was talking about. I don't want to move here because then he could just move here, and then we don't have opposition. Like, the kings can keep going back and forth, and it doesn't work. That's why I slid my rook back one. This is the actual precise way to do it. Yeah, he could move here, but then I move up. See what I'm saying? When you don't have the opposition and your rook is out of the way, you could play this waiting move where you move your rook back and forth to zugzwang your opponent into, well, to put your opponent into zugzwang, meaning that he has to play this move, this oppositional move, and then you could check him, and then he slides back, and then you move towards your rook because he's going to try to take it, and then you protect your rook, and then you're back at the same pattern. You have to do it one more time. Again, he could have kept going over here, but he realized that he is lost. So he just accepted his fate. And on the 99th move, I didn't realize the game was that long. This is the checkmate position. The whole file is guarded. You have the opposition, and you're delivering this check. So now you know. This you need to practice. You will achieve this position at some point in your life. And if you don't have to do it perfectly, but if you don't know the idea at all, you will never, never, never checkmate your opponent. And it's going to be 200 moves of your rook going in circles, and either you'll run out of time or put a bolt in your head because it's really frustrating. Okay? Practice this. Thank you. See you next time.